On June 5th, 2014, in Seattle, Washington, a man walked into a college he had no connection with, armed with a shotgun, intent to kill as many people as he could. After things didn't go as planned, police would discover a very troubling story. This is the story of Aaron Ybarra. Hey y'all, I've really been working on this video for a while, and I would consider it one of my magnum opuses. It's also probably my longest video since my really bad Sebastian Boss video that had a lot of inaccurate information. But don't worry, I've done my research and I'm confident that this is an at the least mostly accurate documentary. Enjoy. Aaron Ray Ybarra was born July 25, 1987 to Ambrose Jose Ybarra and Janice Aline Hippolyte Ybarra. He had an older sister named Brandy who was older than him by a few years. 1 year after Aaron was born, his parents had their third and youngest child, a son named Joel. Aaron was of Hispanic background on both of his parents' sides. Ambrose was the son of Ambrosio D. Ybarra, who, according to the Daily Sun News' obituary on him, was the first Hispanic mayor in the state of Washington. His maternal grandfather, Sinforiano Flores Hippo, was from the Philippines. Janice worked as an administrator at Emmons College, at the time known as Emmons Community College. Ambrose had a criminal history that included drunk driving and embezzlement. Aaron and his siblings would be homeschooled for most of their life, although Aaron attended an online class at Emmons College as a late teen, in which he did not earn a diploma. He also earned a certificate after completing an aerospace manufacturing course. Aaron had been diagnosed with OCD around 2000 when he was about 13 years old. He was also diagnosed with transient psychosis at an unspecified date, for which he was given Prozac and Risperdal. Aaron would go on to develop a fascination in firearms, which he shared with his brother Joel. As a result, later on, Aaron would work at a gun range and worked here for close to 8 years. Aaron would be known as a friendly person. Despite this, he and his father Ambrose would go on to begin drinking alcohol. This would have a detrimental effect on Aaron. Both went on to struggle with depression and thoughts of suicide due to this. Aaron would call 911 to tell police that he was having homicidal thoughts and was involuntarily committed. In 2012, Aaron was arrested for drunk driving after he drove onto a sidewalk and was given 2 years of probation. He was reported to police in October of the same year after a passerby saw him on the ground while yelling that he wanted to die and wanted to be arrested by SWAT. Aaron was given an alcohol detox after being committed for this incident, but went back to drinking while also doing cocaine and heroin, the latter of which his brother Joel also consumed. In August of 2013, Ambrose slashed his own throat and, after Aaron found him, told him he wanted to shoot himself. Aaron told his sister Brandy about the incident, and she called the police, who rescued Ambrose. In May of 2014, Aaron, who was by this point living in Mount Lake Terrace, Washington, decided that he was going to become a mass shooter and began scouting targets. He had recently been infatuated by Columbine, especially Eric Harris, as well as Seung-Hui Cho. He was able to get a tour around Seattle Pacific University, a private Christian university in Seattle's Queen Anne neighborhood. Aaron continued to write in his journal, where on June 2nd he stated his main target was Washington State University in Pullman, Washington, but feared his parents would become concerned. He also listed Central Washington University in Ellensburg, Eastern Washington University in Cheney, and SPU as possible targets. The following day, Aaron proclaimed his love for his friends and family since he planned to die in his attack. On June 5th, Aaron would write his final journal entry. He wrote the following: "This is it. I can't believe I'm finally doing this. I'm so excited I'm jumpy. Since Virginia Tech and Columbine, I've been thinking about these a lot. I used to feel bad for the ones who were killed, but now Eric Harris and Seung-Hui Cho have become my idols, and they guide me to today. No matter how cute the girl, no matter how cool the guy is, I just want people to die. I'm gonna die with them. I'm not asking for forgiveness because there won't be any, but it's what it is. I'm doing some people a favor by sending them to heaven. But those who are sinners like me, I'll see you in hell." Later that day, Aaron drove to the SPU campus with a Browning double-barreled shotgun wrapped with a garbage bag and a knife. Upon his arrival, he attempted to open a set of doors but failed. He then gained entry into Otto Miller Hall through the front entrance. As he was entering, Aaron came across Paul Lee, a 19-year-old student. Aaron showed Paul his shotgun, and when Paul didn't seem afraid, Aaron shot and killed him. When Aaron shot Paul, several pellets also hit Thomas Fowler, who was staying a few meters away. He would survive. Aaron entered Otto Miller Hall and encountered Tristan Cooper Roth, who was sitting at a table. Aaron told Tristan that he had shot a man for disrespecting him outside and told him not to move. Tristan would say that he thought Aaron was going to kill him. Aaron continued to patrol the lobby before Sarah Williams came down a nearby staircase. As soon as he saw her, Aaron shot Sarah in the chest and then attempted to shoot Tristan, although his shotgun misfired. During the exchange, a student, John Meese, was around the corner and decided to act. As Aaron reloaded his shotgun, John jumped out and pepper sprayed him. As Aaron was dazed, John quickly grabbed his shotgun. The two fell over before John managed to wrestle the shotgun away and flee. Aaron remained on the floor and began to fumble for his knife. John returned and managed to disarm Aaron of the knife and put him in a headlock. He was assisted by Justin and Sarah. Police were called soon after and Aaron was arrested. Shortly after Aaron's arrest, he was charged with 1 count of first-degree murder in relation to the killing of Paul Lee, 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder, and 1 count of second-degree assault. All of the charges received firearm enhancements. He appeared before King County Superior Court Judge Jim Rogers and pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. Aaron's court case would go through the courts for over 3 years. There's a really good video by Dave's Lemonade about Aaron's life and trial, but to sum it up, various witnesses and the officer who interrogated him said that he seemed stable and aware during the shooting. Dr. Craig Beaver, however, said that Aaron was mentally ill, and that severe mental disease or defect impacted his ability to understand the wrongfulness of his actions. On October 3rd, 2016, Judge Rogers permitted the jurors in the case to visit the Otto Miller Hall. On October 27th, Aaron's mother Janice would come to the stand twice and testified that Aaron had been acting oddly within the days preceding the shooting. The defense rested its case on November 7th, 2016, and on the 16th of that month, the insanity plea was rejected. On February 17th, 2017, Judge Rogers handed down a sentence. Before the sentencing was carried out, Aaron spoke. I realize I have damaged more than just innocent people. I've damaged the community, maybe the world. I wish I could take back what I did. I've been recommended that Aaron be sentenced to 111 years. However, Judge Rogers chose to sentence him to 112 years in prison instead. Speaking on sentencing, Judge Rogers said, quote, I'm going to give you a sentence that will keep you in prison for the rest of your natural life. You will never be released. After the sentence was handed down, Aaron would comment again. I hope I get help. I need to stop the throbbing in my head. I don't know what it is, but I hope it gets healed. With that, Aaron's life was basically over, but his legal case wasn't over. Aaron launched an appeal in 2019. From what I've read, it's mainly just Aaron reaffirming his insanity and requesting his first-degree murder charge be reduced to a second-degree murder charge. The case would eventually be thrown out by 2021. Aaron is currently being held at the Monroe Correctional Complex in Monroe, Washington. After all was said and done, the SPU campus established a wall that represented Paul Lee's love for dance and music. Paul's father, Peter Lee, wanted a seat to be placed on it so SPU students could sit down and get a view of the campus. The memorial was built on June 17, 2021. Everything eventually came full circle. Seattle Pacific University has held various memorials for Paul Lee and even started the hashtag Dance for Paul. Thomas Fowler, Sarah Williams, John Meese, and Justin Sarah have all moved on. And most importantly, Aaron Ybarra is in prison, and it's unlikely he will ever live long enough to be released. It really is a shame because it feels like the shooting could have been avoided had someone looked into Aaron more or checked his journal. It really is sad. That should end this video for today. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Goodbye and stay safe.